Satellytics is a software company that focuses on the area of geospatial analytics. Its unique set of data, part of the input, is from the infrared spectra. The information is generated by using the power of the sun shining its rays on the Earth's surface and bodies of water. What bounces back is a unique spectral signature of the target that we're trying to identify, and in many instances not just identify but also quantify. These original 9 companies determined to share the costs and look at technologies that could advance early leak detection, particularly liquid leak and particularly produced water. But many of the other algorithms, such as encroachment, vegetation, land slips and slides, water crossings, water quality, that Satellytics offers and can be run all at the same time on one set of data. The critical path here was turnaround. Within a couple of hours, customers receiving alerts and alarms to conditions outside of their normal operating integrity window. What you're looking at is the interface of Satellytics once it has processed that data onto the Amazon cloud using two-factor authentication. On the top left of the screen, what you can see is the pull right menu. I can hide that. And I'm going to take a look at some of that particular data set to illustrate what we're talking about in terms of data. Data was collected every single week. There is a timeline along the top that lets you zoom in to an area of time that you wish, but Satellytics never deletes any data. What you can also see is as you look at the map view of the area that is being monitored, as you move across that area, the color codes represent the various infrastructures of the participants. What's also critical is as you move across the area, what comes into view on the left are more or less of the detections that we've seen in that particular area. There are, as you've seen before, filter sets that lets me look at the type of alert that I want to see, or the status of it, or indeed its age. In this case, I can literally click on any one of these alerts and say, okay, zoom me into that area where the alert is. And up on the screen comes the alert with details specific to it, including longitude, latitude, the status of the alert. Very simple and very straightforward. I could also turn on the analysis, which would, in this particular case, illustrate where the leak of liquid hydrocarbon was, including a measuring tool that lets me measure the amount and extent of that particular leak. If I want to examine the progress of this leak or its remediation, I can look at the detailed view and have the assets side by side and pick out any of the other data sets going back weekly many years to compare side by side. In addition to that, what we've noticed very quickly was that in the middle of an oil and gas field where there was very poor cell coverage and almost no internet connection, Satellytics produced the Satellytics option for the non-connected world. So whether you're using a smartphone or a tablet, simply tell us what you're using, and this is simulating on the screen. I log on, it uses the cache of the phone, and it lets me look at those alerts and alarms in detail by simply clicking on those alerts and alarms. In this case, the customer has the spill area in pixels. I can look at the details when I'm in the field. I can look at the comments that go along with it. Or indeed, I can look at photographs that have been taken in that particular field to illustrate the spill and the leak or any remediation that has been conducted in the field itself. Very simple, very straightforward. Once I get back to home base, that information is collated and kept as a part of the audit trail, including the map, the properties, the comments, and any photos that may have been taken in the field itself. Once again, many thanks for your interest in Satellytics, and for further information on this, please visit satellytics.com.